Hello, it's Nancy Stottle from the Business Mission. Welcome to the quick business tip section of YouTube. And today we're going to touch on just some tips and advice on investment. Now, when you start a business, you must never start a business with no money. You must find your own money at the beginning to at least inject to the business to get it to a place where it can start to walk slightly. Now, setting up a business, I always say, is like deciding to have a child. To raise a child costs money. There's the initial outline for diapers and shoes and nursery. And saving this money all before the child appears is key and offers more success to a good starting structure and foundation for the child coming into the world. Think this way when setting up a business may help you understand the dynamics of deciding the setup of a healthy and profitable business in a long run. Now, let's say you're at a place where the business is walking and it's doing fine, and you're thinking you need investment. So when is your business ready for investment? Well, first of all, present a business, not an idea. Okay, there's a very difference between a business and an idea. Investors hear ideas on a daily basis. While many sound great, they may not be viable. Even a business plan is simply not enough to attract an investor. You must be a business with a model that scales, a product or service that has legs, and even people in place to make it happen, including the infrastructure. Make sure you definitely have some experience in operations before seeking an investor. Remember, an investor and a business partner are very two different things. Business partner comes in, helps raise the business. An investor injects money and waits for his dividends and returns to come in. Okay, this will allow you to illustrate how you've handled hurdles and what opportunities are currently developing, including a pipeline of leads. That additional experience of the field that you're in under your belt increases your ability to generate a return for that investor. You must show cash flow. Show there is money available to further the interest of any investor. They want to know that they are not simply seeking cash, that you are seeking cash to keep the door open, yet the funding is actually there to grow the business. Okay, most investors do realize you have to spend money to make money, yet they want to make sure their money is not there for utility bills or your rent, yet it's for making more of a product or expanding a service so that they can get a return on their investment. Another reason you want to show that there's some cash flow is that some investors realize you have a great idea and a viable business model, yet know you are desperate because the bank account reads zero. This means they can have you in the corner and they may try to gain greater control as they hold the possibility of money over your head. You don't want to be in that kind of position, so make sure you do not appear financially panicked. To maximize what little money you do have, before seeking out an investor or funding, employ creative strategies to grow the business as much as possible without financial assistance, including maybe getting some talent to work on an incentive basis, such as an equity shake in the business. Okay, know what you want and need. Before you ask, you need to know what you're asking for. Are you getting capital for resources as equipment or talent? If so, perhaps maybe you need a business partner which has those resources already and is willing to work based on a revenue sharing rather than bringing an investor just for the capital. Do you want an investor which brings the capital yet also serves as a mentor or a connector? How involved do you want this investor to be in your business? Most likely, they will want to have some say in the matter because their money is on the line. But some investors just want an update of what's going on with their investment and they don't want to be there to raise your business. Make sure you know what boundaries to set before looking for an investor so you are comfortable with the relationship. Asking these questions and knowing the answers is very important before you seek investment because it will help you align the investor with your needs and raise your chances of success. While these tips above I've just mentioned have focused primarily on the now, you must also be prepared to discuss the future in detail with potential investors. This means formulating your strategic objectives for the business, which you may have already defined in your business plan for the first and second years and onward, as well as the overall vision for the company. For example, will you continue to grow and expand the business alone? Will you seek out other partners for new products and services? What is your exit strategy? That's very important for every investor. He's going to ask you, she's going to ask you what your exit strategy. These should be in your mind already because they are the driving force behind how you develop and launch your startup. They provide the blueprint of the company with you as the architect and your team and the investor as the construction crew and the bank behind your product, okay, and service, okay? In theory, funny enough, in theory, if you structure your business correctly, you probably never ever need investment, okay? And make sure that you do your research on this investor, okay? Once you know what you want and need from investor, it's time to do the initial research of what type of investors you are looking for and who those investors are. You can be sure that any potential investor out there will be researching you through your website, through your social media, through trade publications. So make sure you are also doing your due diligence. If you want to find investors, attend investor seminars, conferences, networking events to learn and even interact with these investors before approaching them for funding. Take the time to study the potential investors. Helps you better understand what is involved in raising capital and what type of investors are out there. You will need to be able to learn more about who you want to partner with, who is interested in your business, how well they might understand what you're trying to achieve, and how the investor relationships work, okay? Do your due diligence on everyone before you speak with them, okay? And then finally, make sure you do a very solid agreement and investment agreement between you and an investor. Make sure they sign an NDA before you discuss anything about your project as well, because it's very important that you are safeguarding your work and your project as well. Although most investors are very busy, they don't have time to set up their own business, but if it's a great idea, who knows? So an NDA before any discussions. And then once you do go into business with an investor, make sure you lock it down with a solid contract of some sort, okay? We have an investment section in the business mission. If you think you are eligible for investment, please go to our section, the investment section, where you can fill out the application form and we will review it to see whether or not you would be suitable for any sort of investment. It's Nancy Stottle from the Business Mission. Thanks for popping into the quick tip section of our YouTube channel and hope to see you at our next quick tip. There's lots of information on our YouTube channel and we also link it to our website. So hopefully you can watch some more videos and learn something, because when you become knowledgeable, you become better in business. Take care, bye.